Welcome back to American Arms Channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today, this evening, we're going to put some quick pattern testing through the Gold 10 Light. First load up at 30 yards using the CARLSON Longbeard .705 turkey choke. Extended ported turkey choke is going to be the Winchester Double X, and this is going to be the 2 ounce of number 4 variant. Both loads that I have for this are going to be 2 ounces, and both of them are going to be the Double X from Winchester. First time through, we're going to run the number 4 shot. Second time through, we're going to run the number 5 shot, and we're going to see what does best. What we're also going to do is check for reliable function. So I'm going to get set up here, and that's going to be too low. Thought it was going to be too high first, but we're going to set our can up on end. There we go. And these don't hurt too bad when you're shooting them just off the shoulder, but when you're on the bench, they can push around a little bit. So I'm going to hold, safety off, I'm going to hold right in the center of his neck, just like you should do always. And let's see what we can get done. Well, we cycled. Yep, there's our live cartridge. Now, let's go down range, take a look at that pattern. Alright guys, so pattern's not terrible. Definitely would kill a tom at 30 yards. And I really prefer number 4s. I think maybe adding another 1/4 ounce to a 1/2 ounce a shot to that kind of loading with the number 4 copper plated or nickel plated would definitely help out. But as we can see here, it's not perfect. It's a dead bird, but I don't think I'd press my luck too much past 35, 40 yards with it. So great, we'll switch to the number 5 Winchester, see if that does any better out of this turkey choke. Alright, so next up, same loading, 2 ounces, a copper plated shot here. This is still the Double X Winchester, and this is going to be the number 5 shot. Same choke, of course, the CARLSON 705 turkey, the Longbeard. Gonna hold it right at the base of his neck, squeeze the trigger. That had some oomph. We got good cycle. Let's go down range to check it out. Shook my brain. Let's go check it out. So here we can see we got a much more even dispersion. A lot more pellets in that target. Definitely a dead bird. Be comfortable shooting a bird out to 40 with that load. Again, I think if a commercial load was available that was more in the 2 1/4 to 2 1/2 ounce range, which I know there are federal load, or excuse me, not federal, there are Remington loads that you can find that are 2 1/4 ounce. But if you could really run a nickel plated or a copper plated shot up in the 2 1/4, 2 3/8, 2 1/2 ounce range with a 10, I think that's where you start to see a lot of benefit. And obviously hand loads are going to give you a lot better performance than most factory loads or boutique ammunition. Maybe we can convince Kip at Warwolf to make us a nickel-plated number 4 turkey load of 2 1/2 ounces. That'd be cool. But not too bad. We got another load to try, and this one's going to be the Federal Premium number 5, 2 ounces, but it uses the flight control wad. So maybe we'll see a lot better pattern tightness on that one. Let's find out. Alright guys, so next up at 30 yards using the CARLSON choke is going to be the Federal Premium MAG.SHOK. This is out of production. It uses their flight control wad. It is copper plated lead. This is number 5. To my knowledge, it only came in number 5 and number 4 shot, and the 5 being the most common. 2 ounces of lead. They obviously could shove a lot more in a 10 gauge hull, but I don't I don't know why they don't choose to. These are a 6-star crimp, 6-segment star crimp. They are not the roll crimp like the Grand Slams, which are excessively long in my opinion and don't want to cycle in this repeater. It seems to be a good load when I patterned it once or twice with the full choke, the factory full out of this. Let's see if this tighter 705 choke is going to do any better. I think it will. I think this is going to be the winner, and then we'll try it maybe at 50 yards and see if it's a 50-yard load for us for turkeys. All right, same thing, aiming at the base of the neck. Squeezing the trigger like a rifle. Cycled just fine. Definitely noticed a little bit more flash, but maybe that might just be my eyes. It felt like a better recoil too. Definitely flung that hull out. Let's go see what it did. All right, guys, so fairly even, a couple little holes here and there, but definitely a dead tom. He can't really move his head anywhere and not take a couple to the cranium or get pounded in the neck or, you know, take a few through the vitals. Number 5 won't penetrate quite as well, especially when it's only copper plated, not nickel plated. But as we can see, we got a pretty decent pattern. I think a tighter choke would help this, but I don't know, 705 is pretty tight for a 10 gauge. We might try that later on, revisit it, but this will definitely also get it done for turkey season. Really liking that Winchester though with the evenness. I think we're gonna max out at 40 yards, but let's give her a try out to 50 and see what those Winchesters do, since they seem to have won the pattern contest here. So we're back to the Double X, since that gave us the most even pattern and seemed to probably going to be the most consistent with the number 5 shot. It's also what I have the most of, so after this second shot here, I will actually have about 16 rounds of it left, since I bought a fresh box of this just the other day because I saw it on a shelf for a really good price. This is generally going to be the least expensive of all of the 10 gauge turkey loads you're going to find. It's going to average around the $18 price point, whereas the Federal MAG.SHOKs, if you can find them, are going to be in the $20 to $23 price point. The Grand Slams in the $20 to $28 price point, and the Remingtons in the $18 to $25 price point. There's the ones that are not currently in manufacture or haven't been recently manufactured are least available. You got to find them online or find them in a local store. And they're typically going to be the ones that are the most expensive. But enough gabbing about that. Let's send another one of these bad boys down range at this turkey and see if at 50 yards we can make it happen on old Tom. I'm going to hold right under his gobble. Felt pretty good. Let's go check it out. Well, we're a little light. That's to be expected, 50 yards with the performance we saw at 30 yards. I mean, we're adding 20 yards on, guys, and it's still holding pretty well. We can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, about 17 or 18 in him. We got some more over here and here. Plenty down here, plenty probably up here. So yes, he could get away from it, but a Hail Mary shot probably is going to take him down. So maybe a follow-up shot might be required, but I'm thinking with this choke out to 50 yards, it's acceptable. Limit shots to 40 and less, and you will always have success, at least with this setup, with this ammo, with this choke in my gun. So that's what we've got to look at there. This is the pattern that I'm going to be hunting with this weekend at least. I may get a 6.85 or a 6.95 Carlson as well for that Browning, but I would say that this will do the job for now, and we will continue on.